Jay, we've ended up points-wise better off away from home than at home this season, and nice to finish off with a winner, a thoroughly deserved one.
Yeah, I thought it was a really good performance. Never easy because, as I said, Hungerford, you didn't know what they were going to be. They're already relegated. The shackles are off, playing free. But I thought from the first whistle we were excellent. We were really aggressive in our press. I thought the system worked really well. The first time for a long time I've had players playing in their actual positions, or albeit some are not quite 100% fit, like Jordan Dyer going in, done a terrific job. But that back three is the one, when we were in that fantastic run, there's a back three. Your wing backs are natural, and right the way through the park is people playing in the right positions. So really good. The only criticism, Mark, I'm not exaggerating, I'm not trying to belittle or say anything against Hungerford, because it's never easy when you're relegated, and wish them all the best. They wish the football club all the best, but at the end of it, the league never lies. That's what we always think when we're in there. We knew it was tough last year for us, but we finished in a really strong vein of form now, because tonight we should have scored 8, and I'm not saying that lightly. It really should have scored 8. The only thing we didn't do was work the keeper enough when we were in there, and these were shots from like 6, 7, 8 yards. But the goals, and the one especially, the one where we've taken a throw in and we've worked it from back to front and it finished with a fine finish. Scotty was wonderful, and obviously we get the penalty as well, and he tucks that away. Bit of a bobbler. Yes. He tucked it away really nice and thoroughly deserved 3 points. Really proud of them. I'm really proud of this group. They keep working so hard for me, honestly. They're really good to work with. I've said it right out through the course of the season. I just wish I had them all there at the same time, playing and consistently. And I said, tonight we've got some bodies out there, but I just look at it and I think, wow, what a really good team we can be when we've got everyone out there. And we know the depth of our squad's not there, but what the challenge is to try and keep as many as I can together, Mark. That's the next bit for me.
A good game as well, I thought, to watch, especially the second half. Plenty of chances. And he said fair play to Hungerford. They really gave it a go. They showed enough energy in the closing stages, but I suppose frustrating for you that, as you mentioned earlier, that we weren't a few goals ahead and could relax even more. They
should never have been in the game, Mark, honestly. They should have been out of sight, and honestly, but to their credit, they kept going. They didn't throw the towel in, and that's credit to them and their football club. They keep doing that. They want to do it properly. They've spent years doing that, and that's what they've been about. They've evolved a little bit, and they've got some very good players in there. They've got some good loanees, but they are where they are, and that's the league, and it doesn't lie at this stage. Where we are, the league's not lying because we haven't been consistent enough in our games, but that I do put that down to us not being able to play at that strongest 11 on a regular basis. You can afford to miss a couple of players here and there, but we've had so much bad luck throughout the season. And I think tonight, with the result of Taunton, I think it means we finish we finish ahead of anyone in the Southwest non-league scene with the highest finishing team. And for everyone to say Bath's had a bad season, well, I think we've had a very good season. Everything we've been through, we've had a lot to deal with, Mark, as you know, and what we've done is we've reacted every time, and we always go into games trying to win them. And tonight was a good display from us, and what it sets up is a really good game for Saturday, because Oxford have got to come. No doubt Ross was here probably. They've got to come and win the game because they want to finish second or third. So that'll make for a really good game. That totally different opposition, really good football inside. But I'm looking forward to that one, and hopefully all our fans will come along and have a look at our boys and cheer them on and get behind them. Thanks to the fans that travelled up here on a Tuesday night. But we've got 2 really good games to look forward to, and we get anywhere close to that sort of level of performance, we'll do well in them.
I said at the start we've picked up more points away from home. Hungerford hadn't lost at home since the start of February. I know they've been relegated, but they had the best home defensive record in the league. We've won at places like Chelmsford, we've won at Tunbridge, we've won at Worthing, we've won here as well. Tonight, can you put your finger on perhaps why it's not going to be much difference between the home form, but we've won some very difficult games on the road.
Well, we have. You even go back to the first Eastbourne.
Yes, yeah.
I mean, what a win that is down there. So, no, genuinely, Mark, I think if you probably look at the data and the stats on that, and we're going to have a SWOT analysis with our friends at Red Zone who are working with us and doing some tremendous work at the moment for us. I think if you look at it, it purely is down to personnel, because you'll look at it too many times when we've had runs of games at home, we haven't been able to put out our team, and it's you look at that scenario when we brought in Adam Meckie, for instance. We brought in the lad from Birmingham. Adam Meckie comes in, he plays really well away at Dulwich, just what we want at wing back, and dislocates his shoulder. And Joe Rains, you look at Joe tonight, it's the first time I've seen Joe, and I just spoke to him coming off. He's buzzing. He said, I feel really athletic. I thought he looked like Joe Rains tonight. He's had a horrific injury to come back from, and it's taken his toll, and he's had that pubic problem and his other bits and bobs going on. Jordan Dyer, we haven't seen him for weeks and weeks and weeks. Gone out and played like a 40-year-old. I tell him, like a 40-year-old man. He reads the game so well. And I just wish we could have had them out there for that long period of time during the season, but we haven't. And that's the challenge you have with a small squad. It's so difficult to replace them. But the biggest one is we haven't been able to replace Alex Fletcher and Cody Cook, because those two have missed way too much this season, and we know why. We know why that is. Cody, I've chat with him tonight. He's working ever so hard on trying to get his Achilles right. He's got to manage it. But the other one up there, Scott Wilson, again, I have to pay credit to him because he's on 22 goals now, and what a return. He's having a sort of carry the front line on his own at times. But wow, I mean, he's disappointed because he should have had a hat-trick maybe or 4 tonight, but he's got himself another 2, and I said to him, try and get 25, try and see what your next target is, and that's a wonderful return. So we knew we recruited well in the summer, but we haven't been able to put more like that enough on a regular basis.
As a final one, a few players been announced that they're staying on for next season. Some were on 2-year deals as well, of course. Do you think there'll be more announcements for the Oxford City game?
I don't know. I am in the course. Tonight I've spoke to a couple. The difficulty is I enjoy talking to players face to face, and it's getting that time mark. It really is so difficult part time. I don't want to do it over a phone, and conversations are ongoing. We're trying to keep as many as we can together in the group. I think naturally some will make their way elsewhere. I think you only got to look round tonight, and there were so many managers here, people watching players. This is the time of the year, and I'll be out again tomorrow night watching a game. So, don't know if there'll be any news, but we're working ever so hard to try and do it. I've got to be really creative. I keep telling you that. I have to be really creative in my squad, but I think we know where we need to improve, and tonight we were better there in that area, and working hard to try and do that.
Well done for the win tonight. We'll see you again on Saturday.
Cheers.